Hey guys, welcome back. If you notice that I'm talking kind of weird and like my lip looks swollen, it's because it is. I got a piercing. So if I look kind of dumb, sorry. So you saw just now a video regarding my phase 2 trainer, Dennis, my second phase 2 trainer. He's a local Conestoga driver. And I know that in my other phase 2 video, it wasn't the greatest. My experience with my first phase 2 driver was not good for the most part. I felt that I didn't get a lot of practice driving in. I didn't do any backing. I barely worked with the E-log, things like that. And whatever reasons that trainer had, you know, it is what it is. It's, you know, water under the bridge. I ain't worried about it. I have a trainer now who is meeting my, you know, individual needs. And when you get your phase 2 trainer and you realize that those needs are being met, it's okay to speak up and be like, hey, we're just not meshing. I need somebody else. That doesn't make that trainer necessarily bad. My phase 1 trainer had a lot of positive attributes, but just me and him, we just didn't mesh, and that's okay. So now I'm with this new guy. My onboarding fleet manager actually pulled him out of solo driving to train me. He's actually hasn't had a student in like 6 months, and so I was very fortunate to get him. He could have easily said no. This man is a local driver, and it's not very often that you hear about the local drivers getting like 1 million, 2 million, 3 million safe miles, and he is incredibly close to achieving 1 million safe miles. He's been with Rail, I think, for 15 years or something like that, and he agreed to take me on. I'm like, dude, you're so close, don't let me fuck it up for you. No pressure, right? But honestly, out of everything, I think that's the worst thing, and it's not even bad, you know. I'm just kidding around. I really don't want to fuck it up for him, you know. I'm a fucking noob, right? So yeah, this guy, he's been driving for, I think he said 25 years, longer than I've been alive. I'm only 23. I'll be 24 in June. Send me cake. Overall, both my phase 1 trainer and my phase 2 trainer, they're both very talented. They've both been driving for a very long time. They both know what the fuck they're doing. Dennis in particular, I feel him and I were able to connect in that way that I could really learn from him. And he was very explanatory in all the things that he was doing, why he was doing them, and why it should be done that way. Whether it was, you know, the railway or just, you know, something that he learned on his own being on the road, regarding laws or whatever the case, he explained it all. And that, I think, is phenomenal, because like, being new out here, it's kind of like you need a book, Truck Driving for Dummies, you know? Just because I have a CDL doesn't mean I know anything. I can couple a tractor and trailer, I can do a pre-trip inspection in my sleep, but when it comes down to driving, you know, there's a lot of things that I have yet to learn. I can handle a 10-speed manual transmission, but that doesn't mean shit. Driving is so much more than just the mechanics and the laws. Like, there's so much more to it, and Dennis is sharing his knowledge and all that he can for me, to me, and I think that's absolutely wonderful. I appreciate it so much. I started with him on Monday. It's now Wednesday. I accidentally slept in yesterday. My alarm didn't go off, and he had sent me a text message 5:45 a.m. and for some reason my phone didn't receive it until after 7 a.m. So I don't know what the fuck happened there, but my husband now has an alarm set, and I was totally embarrassed. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I haven't been late like at all since I've been with Rail, and the second day I'm with this dude, just don't even show up for work, don't call him until 3 hours later. Great first impression, right? I was shocked because he was very laid back. I explained what happened. He was understanding. I obviously called my fleet manager, let them know what happened. Shit happens, I guess. They weren't very upset about it. Not that I know. So yeah, some of the things that I like about Dennis is that he's very calm, he's very relaxed. He tries to get to know his students and how they learn, and kind of apply that to the way that he's teaching. And I think that's really an incredible thing to do, because not everybody can be a teacher. You know what I mean? This dude has trained hundreds of people, and he can attune himself to each individual, and that's great. That's talent right there, you know? He's very humble, he's very laid back. He's not afraid to share his information, but he also doesn't make it sound like he's the best, you know, truck driver to ever walk this earth. And if you know anything about truck drivers, a lot of us have really big egos. I don't know, it's just something about the trucking culture. You know, when I became a truck driver and got my CDL, I told my husband, I'm like, I'm a wife, I am the mother to your children, and now I'm a truck driver, and I can never be wrong. And he just looks at me and he's like, why did I agree to let you do this? Fortunately, I can admit when I'm wrong and learn from it. So yeah, today I got to couple the tractor and trailer. I like backing the tractor into the, you know, the fifth wheel into the kingpin and connecting it and excuse me, all that. I also got to do a blindside back at one of my consignees, and Dennis walked me through that. No problems at all. I will not lie, I fucking stalled again. But this was my first time. I know there's always a but this was my first time driving with, we were almost at max weight. I think I was somewhere over 70,000 pounds total, and I dropped the clutch a couple times. For those of you that have not driven really heavy loads or even really worked with the clutch in a semi, when you are, especially if you're on like some kind of downgrade at all and you're going forward, before you release the brake, you want to slowly release the clutch while holding the brake in until you feel that resistance. And then you want to let go of your brake and then slowly release the rest of your clutch. What I was doing is that I was slowly releasing the clutch until I felt the resistance. I let go of the brake, and then I would let go of the clutch too fast. And that's why I was stalling. The reason I'm explaining this is because Dennis was able to explain this to me, and I was able to realize my error. Instead of getting flustered and pissed off, he was able to explain to me what I did wrong, and I was able to learn from it. That's great. That's what you're going to want from a trainer. You know, neither of us got upset. He didn't yell at me. I didn't get flustered. I looked at him, I was like, hey, I need you to walk me through this. What am I doing wrong? And he did. He explained it, and you know, it clicked. So that's great. It's only my second day with this gentleman, but I have to say that I'm very impressed. Considering what I went through with my previous trainer, this guy is blowing me away. He's always asking me, do you feel like you're learning something? I was like, dude, I know more with you in just these 2 days together than I knew with anything I learned with my previous trainer. So yes, you're doing just fucking fine. Like, I kept having to reassure him. But that's great that he was, you know, talking to me and reaching out to me and being like, hey, am I giving you what you need? Am I providing, you know, the education and, you know, the knowledge and explanations and everything so that you understand, and you will be capable to be able to do this on your own when you go solo. And I'm like, if you keep up doing what you're doing right now, yes, you're fine. And he tells me, he's like, do you think I'm tough? Because apparently some of his other students thought he was tough. This dude he's soft-spoken, he's relaxed, he's got that, you know, I don't want to say soft tone, but the guy doesn't get irritated. Like, he's really laid back, you know? Like, he'll get stern, like, hey, you need to do this and you need to do it now, but he's not a drill sergeant, and he's not screaming at you, and he's not, you know, getting your emotions all riled up. And I was like, dude, like, you're not tough at all. I'm like, you're just telling me what I need to do, and I'm listening to you. And he's like, yeah, I like the way that you listen, because you listen. You don't, you know, try to do your own thing. And I was like, you're my trainer. I'm here to listen to you. I'm here to learn from you. What I learned in phase 1, it is different from what I'm learning in phase 2. There's a lot of the same principles, but when you're out on the real road, facing real situations with real customers and tight quarters and things like that, you gotta adjust yourself a little bit. Of course, I'm gonna take in every little bit of knowledge you have to give to me. I'm not gonna get upset by that. That's the whole point of me being here. I didn't just get my CDL and be like, oh, bam, I know everything. And people that go into this industry with that mentality, this is where they begin to fail. So, you know, he told me, and other truck drivers have specifically said this to me. The moment you feel that you have learned all that you need to learn in the trucking industry is the moment that you need to hang up your keys for good. You're always learning. He's been doing this for longer than I've been alive, and he's still learning. And I think that's wonderful. That's what makes a great teacher. That's what makes a great truck driver. So, overall, I'm super duper impressed, really happy, very grateful. Rail didn't have to switch up my trainer. They didn't have to, you know, pull somebody out of solo driving just to train me. So I'm very, very, very fortunate, and I super want to express that. And I have thanked him like a million times. So speak up if you're not getting the training you need, and rest assured, hopefully Rail will get you somebody that you mesh with. That is, if you end up training with Rail. So, yay! And then tomorrow I do it all over again. So I'll talk with you guys later. I was gonna do some preacher videos, but it is fucking raining outside and cold and shitty. I understand about that life, so sorry. All right, bye guys.